through Friday from 9:05 a.m. Just after the news, we get to kick start the program Herlens right here on Women Radio. All right, so this morning I have the ladies joining me virtually. I have Susan here all the way from Abuja. Good morning, Susan. How are you today?
Good morning, Rose. I'm very well, thank you. Good morning, Ibinabo. Good morning, Herlens family. I hope we're doing great. God, it's
Thank
Friday.
God it's Friday. Thank God Friday don't come. Hey, the week don't end. All right, so let's get to Ibinabo. Good morning, Ibinabo. How you did today? How did Friday they do you?
Friday day, well, so good morning to you, Susan. Good morning, Rose Golly. Good morning to all our radio listeners. Oga Friday don't say in this set. Madam Friday say in this set. Mr. Conde Tanda.
Ah,
I did ground.
this weekend go really gel for all of us be that. This way everywhere they set already.
Um, no, no.
All right, thank you very much for joining us this morning on the program Harland. We also have Buki joining us. Good morning, Buki. How are you today? Thank God it's Friday. How is the Friday doing your
Yes,
body?
Friday is
Hi, Buki. Can you? Okay.
you. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now loud and clear.
Yes, I was greeting you in Yoruba. Oh, I
Oh,
was greeting everybody. Pé ṣàlàáfíà la bá yín o.
Alafia. Oh.
Ṣàlàáfíà la bá yín àbí ẹ̀hẹ́n. And if I should go to my yewa, I will say Kìtìgbò ṣàgbére o. Ẹ̀hẹ́n. Ibinabo, thank you. Na me, between me and you, thank you.
This one that you're thanking her on air and it's between
All
you
right,
and
so
her.
good
You people
morning,
should better kuku just
everyone.
tell us what is
Talents
going on.
family. Ibinabo morning. Susan, good morning.
Hey, Ibinabo, just tell us, just kuku tell us because you cannot be coming on air and be telling Ibinabo thank you. It's just between me and you. Why will we be hearing thank you? Hi, can you hear me? All right, this is your Women Radio WFM 91.7, and this is the program Harlens right here on Women Radio. Ibinabo, confirm if you can hear me. Hmm. Okay. This is your Women Radio WFM 91.7. And of course, this is the program Lens, where we have women from different geopolitical zones come together, join us to discuss and dissect on topical issues right here on Lens that comes to you Mondays through Fridays. And of course, we get to also look at different issues. Okay. So you can be a part of the program by dialing 07000 917 917. You can also go ahead and dial the number 09155 917 917. You can go ahead and get to hear, or rather, let's get to hear from you through our text messages or through text messages. You can do well to send that to 08155 917 917 or 070 56537. Those are the numbers to get in touch with us this morning on the program Ha Lent. All right, so heading on straight to this very first issue that we're going to talk about. Of course, it's been a trending one, and if you follow the conversation right from the newspaper review, we actually touched it on the newspaper review. With Fumi and of course Emmanuel. Now this one is about Kwam One, okay, and I'm sure that almost everybody has an opinion when it comes to this particular story, and I've just been following it up, keenly. Now, just to give a bit of background to this particular story, is just in case maybe there are people who are not really familiar with the story. Okay, so now I'm going to read this from the Cable newspaper, and it says that. Kwamwan or K1 the Ultimate. We know that he is, one of Nigeria's music industry, let's say, well, one of those that actually engineered the Nigerian music industry, because growing up, I know that I used to watch his music videos on TV, and we used to actually dance to Fuji music. And for one, he was one of the people that popularized the Fuji genre. Now, according to what we have seen or what we have read, Kwon was on board a value jet plane on August 5th and was seen drinking from a flask and was approached by a flight attendant who suspected that the content was alcohol, a substance prohibited on board aircraft in Nigeria. Now, the attendant was said to have asked the musician to surrender the flask, but Kwon refused, saying it was medication prescribed by his doctor. Now, that actually, the because he refused to give up the flags, the flight crew deboarded the celebrity. Now, consequently, an enraged Kwam One proceeded to the front of the aircraft in an attempt to prevent it from taking off. Now, in a video that has been circulating since on Wednesday, the Fuji artist was seen to stand in front of the aircraft with ground personnel interacting with him. Now, later, some few seconds later, Kwon and the ground personnel were seen dodging the wing of the value jet plane as the flight forcefully took off in breach of aviation safety rules. So there are two things happening there. Okay, the flight operatives, that's the pilot, they forcefully just wanted to have their way and go, which was against what the rules there, because there were people standing at the lane where they were supposed to take off from. That was not supposed to be so, and those people standing there were not also supposed to be there. Now, in response, the NCAA on August 6th announced the suspension of the two pilots over the incident which occurred at the domestic terminal of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja. The authority said it received reports of the serious breach of aviation safety protocols involving, the jets. ValueJet flights. Now, according to NCAA, the pilot commenced departure procedures from the designated bay without adhering to the mandatory pre-departure clearance. Now, the reckless action endangered the safety of ground personnel or other airport users, contravening established civil aviation regulations and international safety standards. Okay, so now, after Wednesday, from Wednesday up to yesterday evening, we saw different reactions. All right, from Festus Kayemo, we saw a reaction. Even from the team of One, we also saw, got a reaction. Now, the Nigeria's Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Kayemo, has confirmed that he directed the NCAA, that's Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, to place Fuji musician Wasiu Ayinde Marshal, popularly known as One, on a no-fly list following a confrontation with value jet staff at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport. Now, we went on to see that, the musician was placed on no-fly list, and that was on Thursday. Now, Mr. Kemo described the altercation as a temporary loss of sanity and control on both sides, and warned that such an incident would have resulted in fatalities. So it goes on and on and on. So as it is right now, the musician has been placed on no-fly list, so he's not allowed to fly on any plane at all, as it is. I'm just trying to get the parts where from his own side, that's the Kwamwon side, because at the end of the day also came out to say that well, it's not what it seemed. In fact, they were making it look like he was the he was the one that's like he was the victim here. Now, reacting to the incident on Thursday morning, one spokesperson, Kule Rashid, described the allegations as exaggerated and misleading. He said the singer never endangered lives or breached safety regulations. At no point did K1 act in a manner that endangered lives or breach safety regulations. The substance in question was wrongly sensationalized. Was nothing more than plain drinking water given to him at the airport lounge while he waited to board the aircraft, said Mr. Rashid. All right, so the story just goes on, and we've been seeing different developments coming up on the story. So we'd like to hear the views of the ladies on this. And there's another part of this of all of this that I can't remember where I read right now, but somebody was asking, okay, so now that Kwangwan has done this and as a celebrity, will the sanctioning still go on? because at the end of the day, we know that he's friends with the president. I think a question was being posed to Kerem also. I can't remember who the question was sent to, was given to. And they were asking, okay, so as a celebrity now, as somebody that is known and somebody who is close friends with the president, would this just be swept under the carpet, or will he also go through with every kind of punishment that comes with this? And that's where a lot of people are just looking at it. Okay, the celebrity now and a president friend, how far? In go still go through, because if na person we no president, if not just everyday citizen, only God knows what would have happened by now. But with all of this, what's the way forward, or how do we go from here, or how do we think this should have been sorted? So I will start with you, Ibinabo, on this issue, and then we get to hear from Susan and Buki. So Ibinabo, let's hear from you.
Mm, thank you very much, Rose. You know, it is very unfortunate that at different times, it's like there's always a moment when somebody in Nigeria will come out and begin to embarrass everybody. And that is the moment we are going through at this time, as it pertains to Kwamu's story.
Hmm.
I mean, there are so many questions. Like you were talking about so many questions. I have so many questions. You know, because we have at some point, whether internationally or locally, we have used the airport. We have been on board a jet, a plane, or whatever you call it,
Mm-hmm.
and we know the rules. We know the rules. I was coming in from the UK to Nigeria some time ago, and our flight was a little bit delayed. So I had to go to my luggage and brought out a bottle of perfume. And I put it in my handbag, and I forgot to put it back in my luggage. By the time I got to the boarding area and the security guys were checking, they saw that perfume. They said, "Madam, you cannot travel with this. That small bottle, a little, maybe 20, maybe 20, say, what is it, whatever, the contents are very little because it was above the allowed content, allowed, whatever."
Hmm.
They refused. In my presence, they took my perfume. I paid better money by, dropped it inside one hole like this to be tracked.
Ew.
Do you understand? So
Hmm.
we know things. You know, the problem, what I see here is that the thing of entitlement on the part of our celebrities, do you know who I am? This do you know who I am syndrome is a problem we need to face and solve.
Hmm.
And then again, nobody can come out and give excuses concerning Kwam One because we all of us get eyes. We saw the
We saw
video.
the video now.
He escaped being crushed by the whiskers. The story we'll be talking about today would have been they would have buried him because as a Muslim, they will bury him the next day. And then we'll be talking about so then when they ask the children what happened, when they ask these people that are coming out to defend what happened, they say no, they should not. You don't go, how did they even get on board that flight with that content of liquid? How did he pass through the security? Who checked him in? Because these people they go rummage your bag, they go rummage your hand luggage, look for what
Mm-hmm.
is and begin to delay you and frustrate you. But because you know that is the problem you have when you see typically when Nigerians see celebrity, their due diligence spirit go just drop. Rather, they go begin to hail this person and hope that he will drop some cash.
Hmm.
This is very shameful because if he had been properly checked, he wouldn't have had the opportunity to carry that
To carry that flags.
flask, whatever he had on him,
Hmm.
that plane. So you see, the problem is I mean, Nigerians, we need to wake up. Whether you know Mr. President or you
Or
know Bill
not.
Gates or you know whosoever you know, the best thing you can do for your friend is to abide by the rules and play the game right. And stop thinking that because you are this, you are that, so you can break the rules and
Hmm.
nothing happens because you are what you are above the law, you are one kind sacred cow or what. And then going back to the pilot.
Hmm.
You see, the pilot, according to what I heard somewhere again, you know, we are reading different things all over the place now.
Yes,
The
now.
pilot was cleared to take off. So I think that probably will our story together and make a case. Because according to what I read somewhere, the pilot was clear. There was no way the pilot could see that Kwamono was under the plane or was somewhere around that. The thing that's supposed to have happened was as he was being taken out, as the carrier come out for the plane,
Mm.
is taken right away from the tarmac. It's just around that place. This is part of the eye service that people go about with when you see celebrities or people with deep pockets. It's bad. But for me, if I be Keyamo, the
Mm.
people who are punished on top of this story, on top of this matter, they go now see their still go reach from WFM to go reach Benjamin stop. Because even when he was taken
Mm.
out of the plane,
Mm.
what was it doing around that place? It was supposed to have been led out away from there into wherever they are going to take him to. It shouldn't have been allowed to keep hanging around that plane. And people are there. What are they doing? Pleading with him, begging him, oh God, please bring that in, oh please, sir. The rules are there. You are what is this? Let us call it spade what it
It's spade.
is. So that it can know its place.
Hmm.
Nobody's above law. We are Nigerians.
Mm-hmm.
Every rule in Nigeria should address each and every one of us as often as we cross the line. Nobody is above it. So all of these stories and all of that coming out to give excuses. I listen to his music. I enjoy his shows.
Mm.
Doesn't we tell ourselves some home truth now? What if he had died? I saw the video. Each time I watch it, I would just cringe because it's like, oh boy, you're about to crushed, man. What is this?
Hmm.
And you know that at the airport there are rules. As you are
Mm-hmm.
taking off, some other ones are landing. So you have your takeoff time, you have your landing time. Except there is a particular problem which will be reported to the people in the towers, and then they
Mm.
will disseminate the information to other planes who are going to land, so that they will know there will be no accident. That was a threat, not just to the people on board that flight, but even those who are going to land minutes later. So there are rules. We need to abide by the rules, even if you are president's favorite child, even if you are president's wife, even if you are president yourself. Have you seen Tinubu going about breaking rules?
Hmm.
If the president himself tell us since he became president, was it that he would not submit himself to be checked? What has he done that at least so far nobody talking anything? So that means he hasn't done anything against the rule. So if you
Okay.
think you are his friend
Hmm.
and you want to break the rule because you know that he will stand by you, don't embarrass me. I don't want to have friends who will say because I'm on a certain level I can defend, and then they go about committing crimes. No, don't bring that to me. I
Okay.
won't support that. We need decorum, please. Whoever you are, celebrity or British whatever it is you are, please
Bina, but which one be
abide
British
by
sele?
the rules. Abide by the rules. Stop breaking the rules. It is an
Okay.
environment. Thank
All right. Thank you very much, Bina. But which one can be British sele? I beg. Help us explain that one. Bina, where you get that one from? All right, thank you very much, Ibidabo, for your thoughts on this particular story. Yeah, it's actually a lot of people are reacting to it, differently because at the end of the day, that was a very dangerous move. What if something had happened to him? So yeah, it's definitely good that Kemo has taken measures, to make sure that this kind of thing does not play out again. So let's see how things get to unfold. But in the meantime, this is your Women Radio WFM 91.7. And this is the program Herlens right here on Nigeria's first radio station for women and their families. Susan, when we come your side, how did story take home, to you? What are your thoughts on this trending issues and I think developing issues? Because even up to yesterday, we still had new development on the issue from different sides. What's your take on all that's been happening?
Ordinarily, I would have said, let's share the grace because Ibn Abo has analyzed,
She don't cook enter
dissected, and
everywhere.
transected this issue.
Hmm.
But you see, I don't even have the guts to watch that because the moment that plane was moving
Hmm.
and I saw people around it, My dear sister, that's how I am on social. Anything that would trigger me, I just scroll past. I don't watch it because nobody is with me at night when I'm sleeping. When I start dreaming, what is not. But
Mm.
let's call it a spade. A spade. Now, when you are flying, you are screamed. I have had times when screaming was so herculean and all of that. How did just checking him in not confirm it was in that container? What
Mm.
did he tell them for them to allow him to pass with it? These are salient questions we need to ask. And he went in. If he also wanted to respect himself, because I'm sure he has flown internationally,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sure he's not going to argue with anybody when he's flying internationally if they had
Internationally.
asked, because the way they even search Nigerians, you got to say with thief.
Hmm.
On an international flight, the way they ransack us, in fact, I was about to cry. What did I do now? When I could come in my clothes, you know. But that is what they do. And we can't complain because that is their own rule. Now you went in, they asked for you to submit that. Ogade, you would have respected the gray hairs on your head and given them that bottle.
Hmm.
That is the truth. We don't need to sugarcoat issues. Like Ibn Abu rightly said, what if by today he had gone 6 feet? What would he tell his children? What would happen? Something as simple as letting your ego, not take
Hmm.
control. Just you submitting that. I mean, how many minutes flight is this?
Is the
This is within
exactly.
Nigeria.
Exactly.
How many minutes is this flight? Let's be factual.
Hmm.
Yes, I know the pilot is suspended and all of that. But my question is, was she able to see that people were there? Because the direction where he was not the entrance of that flight. So he left where he came down from. One flight, we know where the doors are. He
Hmm.
left that side and came to the front. For a flight that is that high, okay, that was also risky. That was also risky. You see, it is easy to be an agberu. It is easy to act like one. But in all our acting, let us apply wisdom. What precedence? I don't want to talk about friendship or whatever because all of these are speculations. So I'm not even going to dwell on friendship
Hmm. Okay.
because I mean, friendship, accommodate. But what precedence are you laying for other people? Even the people coming out to defend him, which is of course
Hmm.
what we know they will always do. What actually are you defending? Is it different from the videos we have all over? No, he did wrong. Would I say that the pilot did not do well? Yes, maybe if she was not clear to fly. But besides that, I would not fault the pilot because we are also people who are impatient. If you go to the airport, they are shouting about your flight. You are angry that your flight is delayed. As you are keeping people hostage wherever that flight must have been leaving,
Hmm.
it means the location where it was landing, people are waiting and they are worried. As you have your own business, other people have things where they took that flight and they want to leave. So I think that needs to be addressed critically
Okay.
because tomorrow you will see another person say, as long as my one did it and got away with it,
Mm-hmm.
he too can stand up tomorrow and do the same. It's very, very important that we start addressing issues head on.
Okay.
Leave sentiments, leave friendship, leave whatever it is. I don't want to talk about all of them. Do what is right. Whatever it was that was in that court, I have gone with drinks because I don't take so much food. I
Hmm.
don't want to get pressed. It's not accessible. And then all of those things, they collected it at the airport. I did not say a word. Why? It is what it is.
Okay.
You will not write them if you don't buy jam form. If you know you want to fly, you cannot trek to your destination. Abide by the
By the
aviation rules.
rules.
Thank you.
Do pass like that. Thank you very much, Susan, for your thoughts on this one. Now, I'm just going through social media now, and I'm seeing that Kate Henshaw has also dropped her own thoughts on this. I'll definitely get to read it. This is Your Women Radio WFM 91.7. I'll get to read what Kate Henshaw just dropped, and then Buki would also, give us our own take on this story. This is Nigeria's first radio station for women and their families, and of course, this is the program Herlens.
Ndị be anyị, ihe okwu eruola o, ego na-ezo dịka mmiri ozuzo.
Better play, better chance. 200,000 naira nwere ike ịbanye n'aka gị taa.
Geekwa ntị, ugboro atọ n'ụbọchị, aha ndị mmeri ga-apụta live na redio.
Naanị 500 naira ka ị nwere ike iji merie ruo 200,000 naira kwa ụbọchị. Sonye na Better Play ugbu a ma geekwa ntị na redio ma ọ kụọ elekere 10 nke ụtụtụ, elekere 2 nke ehihie na elekere 6 nke abalị kwa ụbọchị. Aha gị nwere ike bụrụ nke akpọrọ Better Play. Egbukwala oge, mee ngwa ngwa zụta tiketi gị ugbu a.
Zụta tiketi gị na www.betterplay.ng maọbụ pịa *347*154#. Ịchọọ ime ka ohere gị bawanye, ị nwere ike ịzụta tiketi ruru 20.
Mee ngwa ngwa soro anyị na Facebook @BetterPlay na Instagram @BetterPlayNG maka ozi ọhụrụ. Oge iji emeri ego a eruola. Ị nwere ike ịbụ onye mmeri tata. Better Play bụ naanị maka ndị toruru afọ 18 ma ọ bụ karịa. Sonye egwuregwu a n'ụzọ ziri ezi.
Where are all my smart kids at? If you love spelling big words just for fun, raise your hand. Yes, I see you over there. I see you. Of course, we have something for you. The MTN Impulse Spelling Bee is back, and it's open to all primary and secondary school students. And guess what? This could be your shot at winning over 40 million naira worth of prizes. Think laptops, smartphones, even scholarship grants. And your school could also get some gifts because of you as well. And then you might even get to be MTN CEO for a whole day. Wow. But only if you win. It's up to you, Sha. We know you'll win. So if you're between the ages of 9 and 15 years, now is the time to what? To sign up. Tell your friends, tell your mommy, your daddy, your uncles, your aunties that it's time for all those your big English to pay off. Head over to impulse.mtn.ng right now to participate. MTN, what are we doing today?
Kí ló ń sún ọpọ́n ìrẹsì jọ̀lọ́ọ̀fù lọ sípele ìgbádùn tó ga? Ṣé tí wọ́n bá sè é pẹ̀lú kóró náà fún adùn tó kà màmá yẹn ni? Tàbí tẹ́ bá jẹ́ pẹ̀lú ojúlówó sàláàdì Nàìjíríà, èso kábéèjì, kárọ̀tì, lẹ́tùsì, àtẹ̀wà oníkíndìnrín díẹ̀.
Ó ní láti jẹ́ méjèèjì. Ṣé jollof rice rẹ pẹ̀lú adùn kóró náà kí o wá jẹ́ pẹ̀lú ọ̀pọ̀ ẹ̀fọ́. Ó yá, jẹ́ kí ọ̀pọ̀ oúnjẹ rẹ gbé pẹ́ẹ́lí. Lónìí, jẹun tó dáa.
The MTN Mega Billion promo is finally here. From Monday to Saturday at 7 p.m. Plenty Nigerians will stand a chance to win big. To join, just dial *900# on your MTN line. Then every recharge from 100 naira or more will get you more entries and increase your chances to win. This promo lasts till the 21st of September.
Recharge today and win millions. T's and C's apply. Visit www.mtn.ng for more details.
When you chop better breakfast with the new Peak Dairy Creamer, your belly go full. Full belly means say morning waka go well. When morning waka go well, it means say your day go good.
Oga, this new Peak Dairy Creamer, now the same with Peak Full Cream?
No, Peak Dairy Creamer now from skimmed milk for tea and coffee only. While the Peak Full Cream milk now ogbonge milk from cow's whole milk.
Taste breakfast goodness with the new Peak Dairy Creamer at 130 naira only.
Peak. Reach for your peak.
Jama'a, wani abu babba ya sauka kuma ana zubar da kuɗi kamar ruwa.
Hakika, da naira 500 kawai za ka iya cin nasarar har naira 200,000 a rana. Shiga Beta Play yanzu kuma saurari sunanka kai tsaye a rediyo da karfe 10 na safe, karfe 2 na rana da karfe 6 na yamma.
Sai tikitinka a www.betaplay.ng ko danna *347*154#. Kana son karin dama? Za ka iya sayan tikiti har 20.
Ka biyo mu a Facebook @BetaPlay da Instagram @betaplay.ng don sabbin bayani. Lokacinka ne ka ci wannan kuɗin. Betaplay na buɗe ne kawai ga masu shekaru 18 da sama. Yi wasa cikin hankali.
Oh yeah, give them left and right, hot.
You think you know Nigeria's biggest tunes?
This battery is a problem.
Then get in the ring on the Big Tune Show every weekday from 4 to 5 p.m. on WFM 91.7. Be ready or get knocked out.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
I don't wanna wait for nobody.
Keep it locked.
I should have bought you flowers.
Turn your radio up.
Held your hand.
We are WFM 91.7.
That's right. We are WFM 91.7, the voice of women, Nigeria's first radio station for women and their families. This is still the program Herlens right here on Women Radio. My name is Rose, and I've got Buki with me. I've got Binabo, and of course, Suzanne joining me virtually this morning on the program. And we have been talking about this Quam Want issue. Now, for you to be a part of the program, you can go ahead and dial 07000 917 917 or 09155 917 917. Send us WhatsApp messages to 08155 917 917 or 070 317 56537. All right, so okay, let's pick the score before we go ahead. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Can you hear me? Okay. I think we can hear each other. Please do well to call me back. 07000 917 917 or 9155 917 917. So, Kate Henshaw, still on this issue, comes out to say just a few minutes ago, I'm seeing this. Anyhowness of this country. How is a passenger allowed to stand so close to an aircraft whose doors have closed, engine started, it's ready to take off? If na ordinary Nigerian like me now, agenda go agenda. Make we continue to move like we are in the zoo, please. It suits us. So this is coming from Kate Henshaw, and you could see that this is, a lot of people's mindset. If na ordinary Nigerian now waiting for happen. And a lot of people reacted to that, and some were saying, maybe the person for don't day jail now, maybe the person for don't day, police station now, they receive beating for this kind of thing. Or some people go even say this one, if it be act of terrorism, if it were just, an ordinary Nigerian. So where does that place us, as Nigerians? What kind of mindset do we have if things like this happen? So we're already telling ourselves that ordinary Nigerians don't get chance with that. Is that what we're telling ourselves? Ibinabo, let's hear from you. Just help us conclude this matter. Sorry, Buki. It's Buki on it. Let's hear from you. As soon as people they say thank you on air, and when I don't tell us what's happen. Oh yeah, now.
Booking All right, okay, yeah. So these are my take.
Yeah.
I mean, wonderful points have been made by Susan and Ibinabo, and one of the things that I would like to start with, is that this Ogawasio will have come in through, protocol, the special protocols, they have that. He will have his own, and then of course there are also special protocol officers that I think they do it for a cost, for very important personalities. Because I witnessed one of I was in the I was in the plane, and when we embarked, right, I saw that there was a special car, very close to the door, and I was wondering that why would this happen and all that. So the person who picked me up, said, "Oh, it's well arranged." It was for the Oni that they do arrange things like that and all that. So, and I listened to one of the interviews granted yesterday, and the person actually came in through the VIP lounge. You understand? So it's just good for them to improve. Look at where the lapses are. Right. Obviously, it was not water. Me, I don't believe it was
That it
water.
was water. Even myself, I say make I keep my thoughts to myself.
The Ogara chief should stop lying to us. We know be Momo that is a special assistant. Because the version that I also got from somebody who is in the aviation, whatever, said that Ogawasi was already seated, ushered through the VIP lounge and all that, seated. And of course, you see alcohol, you will always perceive it if you are well
Yes,
trained.
now. Yes.
You understand? So, opening it in the flask, that must have alerted, this thing. Now, first
Flight
class people,
attendants.
we are 10 or 12 or so, and they have special attendants, from special, what do you call them? Host, what do you call them? What do you call these people in the
Flight
plane?
attendant.
Flight attendant, specially attending to them. So she must have seen that this was it. And he or she asked the man to get down. You understand? So I'm sure there was an application and all that. The pilot was involved. From the version I had, though, the pilot, either the pilot or the captain was involved, I even had that, though I've not read it, but I also had that while they were arguing and blah, blah, blah. Some of it spilled on
Yeah. I think I read somewhere. Yeah.
on the pilot. I had that, but I mean, so that could have provoked, her. But I'll come to the pilot issue. So I'm just lay a foundation, and then we can now conclude properly. Obviously, we are dealing with mindset, we are dealing with anger, we are dealing with, like Benabot said, don't you know who I am, right? And to be honest, either you are the friend of Mr. President or whoever it is, you are not above the law. What you did, you have contravened the law. Now they are now putting it in the same category as terrorism and security breach, because truly it's security breach. Because you standing in front of a plane, it's like you want to hijack it. I mean, let's call it a spade, not an agricultural instrument. And that is it. So Rashid that is talking should go and learn as a proper PA. You should be apologizing, to your fans, to Nigeria, everybody. Not that you are saying that it was water when we know that it was not water. And obviously, for somebody to do that, you will know that that person is controlled by somebody, by something else. And that's why I said it is not water. You understand? Because how can you say you are standing in front of a plane? Are you mad? You understand what I'm saying? So something is wrong. So for him, well, they've done what they needed to do, put them on a no-flying list, let them investigate appropriately. But I think what we need to learn from there is anger management. Whoever you are, even as a celebrity, you are honorable. People should see you do honorable things. And I think that is where I want to land for everyone who is saying, I'm a celebrity. Let us know you for the good things. You understand? Let us know you for doing the right things, not for the bad things. Now, for the angle of the captain, I sympathize with her. I mean, she's agenda. You understand? And for me, I was not looking at it that what could she have done better? Right? Because I know that, the aviation is well regulated.
Yes.
I had Ibn Abbas said the version she had was she was cleared. Okay, fine. Even if she was cleared, I want to believe that they have been taught that when there's an altercation and blah blah blah, you need to check with the control tower. Because look at the scene. They bundle somebody who is already angry. They bundle the person out.
All right, Buki, let me just stop you for a second there and pick this call. Just a minute, please. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Ruth, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Okay, I can hear you now. All right, I'm fine, thank you. Good morning.
Chief Jose, yeah, highly welcome.
Go ahead,
honestly, You know what happened? Bookie felt really gay. She has really, she killed this matter and she buried it, you understand me? I love her delivery so much over this issue. Can you understand me?
Yes.
But and every one of the education is Susan, you've done well. But the fact of the issue is that I don't know if I should just my mind now whether people will see it to be another thing. Because why is that? I mean, if people behave like that, they should try and check their brain. You understand me? Whether something is wrong with them. But all I know is that in Nigeria here, once people are connected, they do whatever they like. Even the people there to do, they obey the law. So that is the problem there. You understand me? The fact of the issue is that let me say hello to Pastor Ambrose and the grandma Laika. Has she been calling grandma?
Yes, grandma has been calling other programs. Hello? Yes, grandma has been calling other programs too.
Okay, my guy to Pastor Ambrose.
Yes, and Ambrose
you are doing a beautiful. Right. You are doing a beautiful job.
Thank you.
You are doing a beautiful. Good at you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ifagozi. All right, Buki, let's hear you.
Okay, so I was saying, let's picture it. Somebody was bottled, right? I know that later on we'll get to hear, the version from the passengers, the flight passengers, because they will also say what they know about it, right? Right. So, but imagine the scene. It was bundled. I mean, it was asked to come down after so much argument and all that. So obviously, you know that, hey, there will be some things working on the people working close to the plane. So even if you had been cleared, now I'm looking at my own sense of management, right? It's also good, to let the control tower know what is happening and all that. In fact, at the airport, there will be safety ports where they must have even been wiring, or maybe the sensor is there to see what is happening and all that. Because a whole lot happen, during that process. In fact, for big planes, I don't know. They don't even take off like that. They pull them until they get to the tarmac. Why do they